Hello everyone, this is Marcy with Creators Call. Well, once again, it's Tuesday evening and I need to get a video out for you guys. So I've been working a little bit on this journal. I haven't been able to do as much as I'd like to, but I've been slowly, steadily working away, and you can see I've got little things poking out here because that's things that I want to place in certain spots, but I decided to stop and film the video for you. The main thing I'm wanting to do is to take this beautiful piece and turn it into pockets for the inside cover. In preparation for that, I took some seam binding and just sewed it around here so that the glue will have something to adhere to, and then I added some trim across the top. Now this is a really loose weave. It looks almost like what we used to do latch hook on, but this person was using a really thick, not thread, but yarn. So that's what this is. I think this is so cool, and I've been dying to use this piece in this journal, so today's the day. But first, we're gonna have to measure it and cut it, and then I'm gonna have to go off camera and finish reinforcing whatever the raw edge, wherever that's gonna land, but I couldn't guess at it without cutting it up, and I didn't want to cut it up without doing it on camera first. So anyway, that's the scoop, that's the game plan. If that doesn't take too terribly long, then I will continue to work on some other things in here that I have kind of figured out, and we'll just see how far we get. Okay, so we will get started right after we come back. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna work on this standing. Since I have this new sit-stand desk, this is a terrific time to try it out. I think as I'm trying to work and get this positioned in the right spot and keep my head out of the camera, standing is going to be the best way to do that. So this is great. I'm going to place this here on the page right where I want it, and then I think maybe the best way is to fold it back a bit and mark it with pencil. So if I go right here, and then hopefully I can trace this, see where all the spacings, this row, I can trace that all the way down and it'll be straight, Lord willing. Let's start with that one, see what we get. So it's kind of hard to tell since the stitching is in the way, but we'll do our best. I will do my best. You guys will sit there and hold your breath, cross your fingers, and root for me, okay? There we go. Okay, so there's that one. Now that looks like it's wider than this one, doesn't it? Interesting. I am going to cut some of this extra fringe off of here. It's not fringe, but it's just the extra margin, you know. Ugh, all those little pieces are going everywhere. This is a piece I bought from Diane H. at Pretty Pink Cottage, and I've had it for a couple of years with this journal in mind, but every once in a while she has packs of embroidery pieces and different things, and that's what I bought. And this was in there, so that was a lovely surprise. I mean, you know, it was kind of a grab bag, so I didn't know exactly what I was getting, but I was really hoping I'd get something like this, and I did. Okay, so since this one is not as wide, I probably don't need to trim anything off. Oh, this is the front piece. Oh, I was trimming the wrong side. That's the front. Okay. I know it's going to be kind of deep, but I think that's okay. And I'm going to... You guys probably figured out I was all obsessing over the wrong side in the first place. Okay. There we go. I love this trim. It's got a kind of a velvety feel to it. It was in a grab bag I ordered. Okay, so this is going to go here. I think that will fit just perfectly, and actually it kind of covers up a lot of this. I had debated on whether or not I wanted to cover this back here, but I don't think I need to. Just want to try one little thing. This is not in the plan, but I do have this fabric I found at a thrift store, and it could potentially go back there and this could be on it. But I like the yellow. I was kind of planning on working with the yellow, so yellow it is. What I was using for this is seam binding, or bias tape rather. This is an old bit of it that I found at the thrift store, so it's perfect. I wasn't really sure I'd ever use that shade of yellow, so it's perfect. And all I did, which as you know, they're usually folded, so I laid the folded side down and I pinned it in place and then sewed it. So let me grab my pins right here. And since it's going to go through the sewing machine this way, I want my pins to go that direction. But like I said, I think this will give it something to grab onto when I stick it inside the book. It's going to make it really bulky, but I think that's going to be super cool. Kind of chunky. And then once I've done that, we'll have to see how much space it takes up, because I've gone through and kind of positioned some things, but there are a lot of pockets and I don't know. That adds more bulk. So it may be that after we see how thick these are inside, we may take some of those pockets out. And there's that. And then for the back, have right here. Oh, okay. So it's going to really end up just cutting right through that flower. Which makes me think then that I could just do this. Probably do it this way though, because I want to make my pencil line and I don't want it to show on the outside. There you go. That was very, very scientific. Very precise. Okay, I actually want to go right about here. I've come to the conclusion that I would like to upload more often, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to make my videos a little bit shorter, and I don't really know if I can. Sorry, I'm cleaning up my little fuzzies here. I don't know if that's possible or in my DNA, but we're going to give it a try because I need to do something. I would like to upload more frequently, but I cannot edit as much as I currently have to do. So anything that will reduce the amount of editing time will probably be in my best interest. Okay, it's a skosh long, but we'll work with it. I used a very wide zigzag stitch. I guess you guys can tell that. Okay, let's zip along here. I wonder if I can sew standing up. That might be that might be inviting danger. I don't know. Asking for trouble. I'm just going to cut that little bit extra here. Okay, I will sew this off camera and I will come right back and we'll get to the gluing. There we go, all finished. I did do it standing up. That was very fun. Okay, so now we just want to place these inside the covers. It's going to be a nice big pocket. That means I'm going to have to find something to go in it. The more pockets you put in, the more you have to fill, which my very first junk journal I ever made, I wasn't really paying attention to that. I had so many pockets. I got a little desperate trying to figure out how to fill them all. And I kind of feel like now I hold back a little bit because of that, but that's not fair to me or to the person that's going to get the journal. So I decided just go for it today. Just do what you want to do. So what are you guys working on today? Anybody got a special project going on or anything you'd like to report? Let's see, I wonder if I need to clamp this. I think if I just hold it for a second, it'll be okay. Yeah. Did you guys have a good weekend? What did you all do for the weekend? Or do you have something fun coming up? I'm just trying to get my life in order so that I don't have a lot going on, at least for the first couple of weeks after Tom has his shoulder surgery. So that's on the 8th. And since I am not ahead on videoing, it's going to create a little extra stress, but we will manage. I'm going to clamp that right there because it wants to pop up. I'm just going to let it sit for another little minute. I use the Fabri-Tac, so it should be okay. This is really pretty. I love it. It's not particularly Christmassy, but it's very 70s looking. I've been watching all kinds of videos lately with life in the 70s and trying to remember 70s Christmas, and then I realized I have an entire photograph album of 70s Christmases if I really need to go back and remember them. Being as how I was a kid in the 70s. Anyway, so you never know. You might see some photographs popping up in this journal if I have time and can figure out where to put some. You might get to see some of little Tom or little Marcy. We'll see. All the pictures of my mom in her bathrobe. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk to you guys and do crafting at the same time. I'm gluing on the wrong side, darn it. Did you guys try to warn me? It's making me think though that I might want a skinny trim around there, and so now I'm wondering if I should do gold or if I should do green. I really had wanted green for the bias tape, but didn't have any in that shade, so we went with this yellow gold. I tell you, I'm getting more ditzy in my old age. It's embarrassing. I think it's just because my full attention is never on any one thing. My mind's always got several things processing at any given time. Not like when you're a kid and you only have to remember one thing at a time, right? I had a very good memory back then because I didn't have to remember anything. Okay, oh, stick. Sorry if this is jiggling the camera. I did notice this table, if I'm not careful, does make the camera wiggle a little more than the other one, which seems virtually impossible, but it is true. I'm going to have to weight that down with something heavy like a punch. That is all sticky. These wet wipes, I got one out right before we started, but man, it didn't stay wet very long. I usually pour a little extra distilled water in my wet wipe containers so that they stay wetter. But this one still doesn't feel very wet. Okay, there's that. I was thinking just some gold. You think that would be too much? You guys tell me what you think. I mean, I was kind of originally just thinking the red zigzag, but maybe a little, like a mini rickrack. I do have red. Oh, I have red rickrack. That would work, wouldn't it? I think it might make it look more finished anyway. So I don't want to do that on camera right this sec, because that wasn't what I was planning on doing. And I also want to put something there so that it doesn't stick. I always save these little papers, like the backs of stickers and things, so that I have something I can put over a gluey piece. Here's this that I did last time off camera. We talked about it at the end, and so I got it all squared away. And I've been putting in, I put in lace and trims today. So let's go to the next thing. I got glue all over me. The next thing I was hoping to work on with you guys is this page. And also, while I'm here, I want to get your opinion, because this is an old page I had, but I wanted to dress it up down there, and I have this little string of doilies. It's off of one of Camille's old outfits, but I thought about, what if we just ran them along the bottom like that? Does that look okay? This would be trimmed, obviously. You guys tell me what you think, because I'm still debating. But it got a little tear here, and I'm afraid that the paper, I did glue it down, but I'm afraid that the paper needs to be reinforced a little better. I had sewn this piece on, but that's where it ripped, was right here at the join, so not good. So you guys tell me what you think about that. Here's the back side. Anyway, so my thought here, I have this page, take it over, and then I wanted to take this envelope and have it flip out, and I really think I want it out on this side, and I'm going to cover it. I have some, this is vintage wallpaper I ordered on Etsy a while back, and I thought one of these would look good on the front of the envelope. So I was leaning towards this one. We should probably give them all a good look-see. There's this one. Oh. It's this one. That one's kind of cute, isn't it? Kind of ties in with those snowmen on the other page, too. And then there's that one, all the little candies and stars. You know? When I'm looking at it on the green, I am leaning towards this one. That's super cute. So let's do that. If there's a spot for these later, I'm going to hold these out because there might be a spot where I can use them again. So we will make sure we do that. And I'm going to take that off of there to glue it. So you put that lid on really quick. Get out my glue stick. These are a very pale purple, and these might be the ones I got at a thrift store. I don't remember. So I'm wondering if they've, like, are they losing their ability to stick? I do know. And then I'm just gonna add a little extra around the edge. This art glitter glue, just so the edges stay down nice and tight. I don't have any real interesting stories to tell you. I just feel like I'm scrambling to stay caught up with everything I need to do. Okay. Oop. Nothing too exciting going on. Got our yard a little bit put to bed. It's not complete yet, but I have to work on my herbs this week too, because it's gonna get cold, and I need to get my herbs trimmed, cut, you know, harvested, I guess you could say. And then I need to rinse them and clean them off really well and then dry them. So that's my plan for that. Okay, so my idea on this envelope, I gotta cover all my glues really fast. My idea was, depending on which trim or on which paper I used, I was gonna use one of these two trims to trim the back side of the envelope and just make it a little bit pretty. So, I don't think, let's see, when this is on here, let me do that. Let's go ahead and glue that down really fast, and then we'll make it into a tuck spot, which is always fun. There we go. That just like that, and that can dry while we work on this. So I really like this purple one, and I think with this pretty image of the pine cone, I think that might work just fine. Okay. Make sure I have the right side going up because it is directional. There's that. Don't really want it to hang over the edge, I don't think. I do have some white eyelet trim that I could run along here if I felt like it. I'm not sure that I want to do anything more than I've already done though. I feel like there's something important I'm forgetting to tell you, but I have no idea what. Don't know what it is. There we go. So there's that one. Now we can just tuck little things in there. That's cute. And I tell you what, I went through and took out so many pages here, but we may still have to take out more. I don't know. I was trying to decide what to put here, and I haven't quite decided yet. I wanted to put some kind of trim, but I don't have the right thing yet. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do, I gave myself little paper clips to mark. Okay, so I got these ready in advance. There's a pocket here, but I also have one over here that I want to put on. And so I realize they're kind of in close proximity to one another, but you know, I think it's just going to have to be okay because they look good where they are. These are old quilt blocks from an attempt at a quilt. Now this one I did wonky stitching around the edge to try to make it look kind of cute, and I could still put something there. I could put the red rickrack there as well, and I know I have it hanging around here somewhere. There's some. Let's see. I just like to give it a finished edge, whichever edge is the top, you know. And that one's not very straight, so let's put the straight edge up at the top. See, doesn't that just look better? I concur. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that out so we can do all this. The thing is there's just this really bizarre design because it's just a piece of a scrap on that side, and I don't like it. Okay, so now I'm making sure that is the right side, right? This one I just did a zigzag stitch around the edge, and then I did a straight stitch around the center square, so I wanted them to be a little bit different, even though they're kind of close to each other in the journal. Oh, what if was thinking maybe I should make this one a side pocket. Which means I need to go like that. I could do that. I have a lot of straight pockets. Straight up and down. That'd be weird. Yeah, I think that would look weird on this short page. So I'm gonna just leave it how it is. Now I back this square with some random scraps of cardstock. These are ones like, you know, where you try to print and it doesn't work. So never throw those out because you can use them for other stuff. Backing your paper dolls or anything really. Backing your pockets. Okay. I'll scoot that away from these holes a little bit. So it's not quite straight along this edge. And I don't know. I suppose I can cut that. Yeah, that's better. It's sticking to me. I'm getting gluey fingers. Okay. So we'll put this one back into the book. I think I had it up. Did I have it down? I had it down. Did I? Or did I have it up? Let's leave it up. Reason being is because if you have too many pockets down towards the bottom and you're filling them all, your journal gets bottom heavy, and I try to avoid that when I can. I feel like there's a little glue over there. Okay, there's that one, and then where did I just put my other one? Here it is. So I was going to do the red, but maybe the sparkly green, except the greens they don't match, so nope. We'll stick with red. Now, is there a side that looks worse than another? Where the wonky stitching was not so great? Not really. Guess I can put it wherever I want then. Let's put it right along there. Old fabric scraps raided from my mom's old sewing basket and fabric scraps long ago. So I raided this in the 90s. I tried to make this quilt the year we got married. Very ambitious. I'm not really a quilter, and now that we're this many years down the road, I realize that I think quilting's too fussy for me. I don't think I'll ever be a quilter, actually. I mean, considering I tried this in 1990 and haven't tried again, that's probably a good clue, isn't it? Okay, so there's that. I'll take out this page. And then if there's time, I have one other little thing I want to try. Let's see. Some glue is starting to explode here. Okay, actually, I really do think I want to trim that right through there a bit. There we go, that's better. Slightly better. Oops. The glue's coming off my fingers and getting on the fabric. Yeah, that looks really crooked. The thing is that I can look through the camera up here, standing up, and see what you guys see. There, that helped, didn't it? Am I deluding myself? Is it true? Does it help? I think it does. That's better. Okay, cool. And oh, okay, yeah. And then on this side, I wanted to put this trim. Nothing says 70s like violet purple. This is really pretty trim. Let's see which way is up. That way is up. There we go. Try not to get glue on my sewing scissors. Oh, it's not straight. I do like that you have a little bit of time to work with the fabric glue, but this is just not, I want you straight. I want you to look straight. Maybe it's because it's stretchy that it's not. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on that, and if it looks like it's coming up, I will go back and add a little more glue. That's better. Did I say 60s? I meant 70s. Nothing says 70s. Okay, we're going to put this back in here. Whoops. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Everyone's trying to come out of the binder. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, okay, so that's... Okay, I wasn't gonna put that on there right now. It's gonna go there. And then I have this, I have a divider, like an index, tabbed index divider thing. Hold on, I'll show you right after I get these back on, which is not going on. Oh, come on. I still have to go through and reinforce any holes that need it. So I have this, very plain on this side. I still haven't decided what to do with it. But I wanted to add one of these recipes. I don't like that. This is from an old recipe binder. I do like this. I thought about backing it onto the card, but then I don't know what to do to the other side. So if you guys have suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But I was thinking I'd put it in here. Here's these guys playing music. Here's the song, but it doesn't have to go there necessarily. But those are my thoughts, but I'm still a little undecided on that. So the last thing I wanted to place, the angle of the drawing here makes it look like the paper's coming off the tab, but it's not. The last thing I wanted to place really fast was this apron, because I think it'll make a stinking cute pocket, and put it on this divider page. Okay. Gotta scoot the binder over. I'm gonna have to back that one as well. And so then that makes me wonder if I want to sew around it. I probably do, don't I? Let's see, is that wide enough? No. Is that one wide enough? No. Need a new scrap. Okay. There's this one. Okay. I'm just going to trim that off so it's easier to work with. There we go. Okay, so sew. Yes, that's right. It's probably what I'm going to have to do to it, is sew it. I'm just dotting this so that hopefully it won't leave little marks, but it might. So now I will spread said dots out with my finger, which might be another good argument for sewing around it. I'm going to cut it out and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, now I don't think I want zigzag, and I don't really want to cut through that cardstock with my sewing scissors. So I'm just going to use my plain scissors. I'll use Tim Holtz. Wish me luck. I'll have to speed this part up. There we go. I tried to leave a little bit of a white outline around it. Should I cut in there, do you think? I think that if I put it, especially if I put it at an angle, I think that'll make a cute little pocket. Yeah, I don't want to cut that out, otherwise it will interfere with the pocket. Maybe I'll find something to put there. So that's, I'll sew around the outside edge, and I'm not going to do that on camera because I want to make sure that we stay within our time limit, but that's my plan. I'm going to go around it. I have red thread right now in the machine, and I don't know if I want to do black or not. I'm going to just try to stitch in here, and then I'll come around these edges like that, and then I will glue it down like this. I think that'll be super stinking cute. And does Grammy need a little bit of lace on her apron? She might. She just might, but it might not be that lace though. I'm not liking how that one looks. But she might want, oh, she could use festive. She could use festive sparkly green. Again, that green kind of clashes with that, but not as bad as it could. Okay, that's something for me to consider, for sure. All right, I am going to call that a video, guys. I appreciate you joining me today. Thank you so much. I don't have a quote of the day today. I'm gonna start moving away from that. I don't know. I mean, I kind of started my channel with that, but I am almost 4 years into doing this channel, and I think it's time to be doing some just tweaks and changing up a few things, and that may be one of them, mainly because I'm kind of running out of places to find good quotes. But anyhow, we're going to close without a quote today. I appreciate you all joining me. I hope you'll leave your comments below, and remember to leave me a thumbs up to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Until next time, be inspired, do something creative today, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye now.